This is all a bit odd and confusing. What's going on here? So looks like Audi's released a new A4, but it's not the A4, it's the A5. But the A5 was a coupe, but now you can get it as an estate and a saloon. Is it a saloon? I don't know what's going on. Right, and let's find out what's going on exactly. Got a nice little video from Audi and some of the guys behind the car.
Today I'm proud to present the all-new Audi S5 R1 and A5 sedan. Turn the lights on.
Okay, so S5, they've got the sporty version, which is good. That is the estate version. And they've got the A5 sedan, which means saloon, though it looks quite hatchbacky to me. So first impressions, I'm not sure from this angle whether I actually prefer the look of the previous generation, the A4. It seems a little bit more rounded, even though the rear haunches, I can tell on that estate, look a bit like the old RS4's rear haunches, which are inspired by the Quattro rally car. Let's have more of a look at it.
I'm Luisa from product marketing team, and I'm really proud to present these two beauties together with my colleagues from exterior design Jakob and interior design team Matthijs.
That's good. So we're going to get a look at the exterior and the interior. Audi's interiors are usually very good, so I'm very excited to see what it's like, but we'll probably cover off the exterior first.
The next generation A5 is a complete new car. It is the first model based on Audi's new premium platform combustion short PPC.
So this is an all-new model. It's not a facelift, it's an all-new platform. That's interesting, and it's interesting that it's an all-new platform for an internal combustion engine vehicle. So obviously Audi are doing that split of internal combustion engine platform and electrified platform.
Using the PPC brings several advantages. The model gets more roominess.
Oh, here's the inside. We're having a quick look at the inside. You know, I can tell it's an Audi just from the interior design, the lines and the shapes and the surfaces, but it's quite clearly much more modern, and I can see it's got like a curved infotainment and digital driver's display, which is fully integrated, a bit like on a BMW. BMW got there first, sorry Audi.
In the passenger cabin, especially in the second seating row. Additionally, the new A5 is the first combustion engine model based on Audi's new electronic architecture.
What does that mean? It's combustion electric, what? I don't know what that means. Does that mean it's a mild hybrid? A combustion engine and electric, it must be mild hybrid. Maybe we'll find out in a moment.
It's to renaming A4 into A5.
Oh, wait, got to back up. This is the key bit.
This leads to renaming A4 into A5. And these bigger dimensions are also the perfect baseline for the sporty and athletic exterior design. So let's talk to our exterior design colleague for more details on this beauty.
Right, before we get into that, she's sort of just brushed past the fact. It appears that the internal combustion engine models are now odd numbers. So like A5 is internal combustion engine, A7 will be, and A3 will be internal combustion engines, whereas the evens are electrified. So A4 will be electric, A6 will be electric, and if there's an A2, that'll be electric. She also said about increased dimensions. So it appears that this car is larger than its predecessor. So the A5 is larger than the old A4. Probably find out more from the exterior design person.
The Audi A5 and S5 models represent the sporty essence of our design DNA. Let's turn the car into the side and I'll explain you what I mean by that.
It actually looks really quite long from the side, this estate car.
A long wheelbase, huge wheels and a long bonnet, flared fenders and sculpted listers represent Quattro.
Sculpted what? Sculpted listers?
And sculpted listers represent Quattro in its purest form. You get a really shallow greenhouse that sits far back on the body and shows dynamism already when the car is standing.
Okay, that's interesting. I think he's talking about the fact that over the front wheel arches it's quite flat, at the rear it's quite kind of stocky, and the fact that the windows seem to be quite thin, so there's less window, which makes the car look sporty from the outside. The flip side is that when you're sat in it, it can make it feel a bit like dark and claustrophobic, but we'll probably find out more in a bit.
And sculpted listers.
Actually, I've just figured out what he said. He didn't say listers, he said blisters. So I was right about the rear wheel arches, because that's what Germans like to call like arches, and they call them blisters, like they're blistered.
Cleanly integrated details like door handles and sensors.
Okay, that's another key feature here. We haven't got traditional door handles like on the previous generation car. They look like they're electrically operated, and you just put your hand in and go beep, beep.
On the Avant, this really inclined seat post stands in a super nice contrast with these bulging rear fenders and make the car stand really...
Why didn't he call it a blister there? He's called it a fender. It's confusing me. But anyway, he's talking about the fact that they've shaped the rear of the car so it's really quite sloped. So yes, that does once again improve the exterior design, makes it look sleek, but the trade-off will be practicality if you've got that sloped tailgate. Well, we're having a good look at the front of the car now. Come on.
We have a complete new front architecture with a really low and wide honeycomb grille.
Now, this is a big change for Audi. So they went through this phase of making their grills like bigger and bigger and deep, and they took up the whole front of the car. They've made them smaller now. They've squashed them a bit, and they've exaggerated the under part, the lower intakes, and the sides. I mean, actually, it looks like it's got massive cheeks, the way you've got these air intakes at the side of the car.
It's flanked by very slim and precisely designed headlights.
So the headlights look interesting as well. So nice, slim, clearly Audi headlights there, but they seem to have like the different sections of LEDs like you have on the A3. You may be able to change the look of the daytime running lights ever so slightly for different patterns.
The rear end is also very dynamic. This sharp edge pronounces the width of the car, makes it look planted and looks really progressive together with the rear taillight band.
So that's interesting. Here at the rear you've got this long light bar, obviously nice detail within the lights, and it protrudes quite a bit, so it's got this big 3D effect.
Coming down to the diffuser, we have a really sculpted S-specific diffuser that looks high quality and also contains genuine tailpipes.
Ooh, I hear that. So first of all, talking about the diffuser, I mean, it's a fake diffuser, right? You just brushed over that, but he'd like to point out that the tailpipes on this S5 are real. I mean, Audi, not so long ago, on its S models, had some fake exhaust. Terrible. Have a look at this.
Fake exhaust pipes. They look real, but no, they lead to nowhere. In fact, the actual tailpipes are under there.
Here though, they are real tailpipes, and being the S, there's 4 of them.
Lighting is a really important aspect of our design. The Audi A5 and S5 feature new digital lighting technologies, such as the digital OLED rear lights with a full-width LED light stripe. With the active digital light signature, the car magically comes alive. You can see how it starts breathing digitally.
Audi has always been a leader with its lights, and look, here's a new thing. The tail lights, the LEDs in them seem to like display different patterns. Like he says, it's breathing. I don't know about breathing, but it's interesting.
We call it aesthetics in motion, and it's our way to show Vorsprung durch Technik.
Correct, Jakob. With Matrix LED headlights and the next generation digital OLED taillights, the new A5 enables communication light that communicates with other cars, for instance, in warning situations.
I think that actually what they're showing there is, you know, when you're on the motorway and you're slowing down in traffic and you want to tell people behind you to slow down and hit your hazards, it looks like the car might do this automatically itself.
Let us now have a closer look into the interior.
Yes, let's have a look at the interior. I've been waiting. Good
Our
name.
new interior design philosophy becomes
He's definitely a designer. He's wearing the turtleneck.
the interior.
All right, so sorry, I'm going to stop you there. This one has a two-tone effect, like a bit of two-tone. Hopefully that will come to the UK. There has been cases where Audi has shown off like two-tone interiors on some of their cars, and you haven't been able to get them in the UK. I think that was an issue with the RS3. Okay, I've noticed something, and from this angle I can see there's an extra screen, which I believe is for the passenger. Ooh.
Both driver and passenger.
Yeah, see, I got it right.
Within perfect reach of the driver, you will find our masterpiece, the curved Audi MMI panoramic display. OLED technology at your fingertips.
We've got a lot of OLED technology, both on the outside for the rear tail lights, and that's why you get this really crisp lighting effect, and here for the infotainment system as well. Audi's infotainment system has been needing an update for quite a while now, and this is a huge step on by the looks of it.
It's so thin, it seems to float, especially at night.
Wow.
She's definitely impressed.
The digital stage extends towards the passenger side.
Right, I'm not so keen on the integration of this, the way it sort of looks a bit joined yet separate. Be interesting to see this in the flesh.
And there you find the nicely integrated MMI passenger display.
And thanks to the active privacy mode, I can even watch a video while driving without distracting you.
Why isn't she watching CarWow? She's just watching a Group B rally car. Yeah, obviously a Quattro. Yeah, this is old tech though, you know, many cars have this where you cannot see the passenger screen when you're in the driver's seat.
A new generation head-up display.
Oh, right there, I can see something straight away, and I can see that the climate control buttons seem to be here on the screen. They look like they have a dedicated section though, so they're on screen the whole time, but maybe they got rid of like manual controls and it's all through the screen. Though to be fair, that's how it is on the RS7 that I've got at the moment. So nothing new there.
85% bigger field of view and 4 more functions that you can.
Oh, I can see a heads-up display there with a lot of information on it.
And not to forget our new Audi Assistant that brings voice control to the next level.
The next level, we shall see. I mean, my experience with these voice control systems is that they're not the best. If you think they're going to be like Siri or Google, think again.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Okay.
Hey Audi, bring us to the Frankfurt airport.
Frankfurt International Airport in Frankfurt. I'll start route guidance.
I have one more thing. Let's get out of the car for this.
That wasn't really the most difficult question to ask, was it? Voice command systems have been able to do navigation for a long time. I wish they'd shown something a little bit more interesting. I've heard that this system will actually have ChatGPT, so it's going to have AI functionality. So they could have probably shown something a little bit more interesting. Maybe that's one for the review.
The A5 around here in the S version, we would like to present another derivative within the new A5 family.
Interesting that they've shown the estate first and now they're going to the saloon. Maybe they think the estate is going to be the bigger seller. From my point of view, in terms of looks, it looks the best car and it would be the one that I would want. Actually, from this angle, it sort of looks a bit like a BMW. Do you know what I mean? Like the rear end's a bit BMW-y, isn't it?
It will be available from market start with an exclusive exterior color and exclusive exterior parts. Therefore, I'd like to hand over again.
That is really like a BMW. That bit there is like a BMW. Come on, let me know in the comments. Am I right or am I right?
The sedan is my absolute highlight of the A5 family, with this long stretched roof bow, the really fast C-post, very short deck lid.
It's not quite got a Hofmeister King, but you could easily add one in there.
Despite the really coupe-shaped silhouette, it offers high functionality due to this big tailgate, so blending function with style.
Wait a minute, I can see a cut above the rear window, which makes me think that this is not a sedan saloon. It's actually a hatchback. It's interesting, he said it was his favourite version, yet they didn't talk about it that much. Yeah, I really reckon that the estate is going to be the bigger seller.
Want to sell your car quickly, easily, and for a fair price? Then head to CarWow to have over 4,000 trusted dealers ready to bid on it in an online auction. First, enter your car's registration to get an instant approximate valuation. Then, if you want to proceed, give us some more details and upload some photos, and we'll help you set a fair reserve price for your car. That's the minimum amount you'd be happy to sell it for. Once you've done that, we'll enter your car into an online auction. When the auction's over, we'll let you know the result, and the dealer with the winning bid will be in touch to arrange easy payment and free collection of your car. 93% of sellers surveyed said they got the price they expected or more through CarWow. The best bit is, it's completely free! I put a link in the description of this video and the pinned comment to take you directly to CarWow, where over 4,000 dealers are ready to bid on your car. Or you can just click on the pop-out banner that should be appearing in the top right-hand corner of the screen now. Alternatively, just Google "Help Me CarWow" and we will help you sell your car quickly, easily, and for a fair price. On with the video.
As I mentioned earlier, the new A5 is only available with internal combustion engines. The first is a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol. It comes with 150 horsepower or 204 horsepower, depending on which model you choose. Both come with front-wheel drive as standard, but you can get the more powerful 204 horsepower car with Quattro all-wheel drive instead. There's no manual gearbox option, so all these cars come with a 7-speed dual-clutch auto. But you can get it with a diesel engine. Yes, it's a brand new car on a brand new chassis, but you can still get a good old-fashioned diesel engine. Well, it's not old-fashioned at all actually, because this new 204 horsepower 2-litre diesel comes with a brand new mild hybrid system. Most mild hybrid systems use the electric motor to give the engine a boost when you accelerate, but Audi's new system uses a motor inside the gearbox to drive the car independently without any help from the engine. Well, at low speeds at least. This means you can switch off the engine completely in stop-start traffic and when you're parking, which helps reduce fuel consumption and CO2 emissions. Interestingly, the new 204 horsepower mild hybrid diesel with all-wheel drive is actually the quickest version of the standard A5. It can do 0 to 62 miles an hour in 6.9 seconds, which is fine, but not exactly rapid. If you need something sportier, the S5 has you covered. It comes with a 3-litre turbocharged V6 petrol engine. It gets the same mild hybrid system as the new diesel A5, which means it produces a combined 367 horsepower, which is 26 more horsepower than the old S4. Yeah, the S4 is now the S5. I know, it's so confusing, isn't it? You also get an automatic gearbox as standard and, of course, Quattro all-wheel drive on the S5. And this means that it can accelerate from 0 to 62 miles an hour in 4.5 seconds, which is 0.2 of a second quicker than the old S4. However, it's not all good. You see, a BMW M340i is 1/10 of a second quicker from 0 to 62 miles an hour. But how will they compare over a standing quarter-mile drag race? Well, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be doing that drag race shortly and you'll be notified when I upload it. These cars aren't designed to be just quick, they need to be very practical too, which is why Audi has decided to do this to the new A5 Saloon. Yes, I knew it. It's a hatchback. Just like the old A5 Sportback. It's not a saloon, doesn't have a boot, it has a liftback tailgate. Anyway, how much extra space do you get inside that new designed tailgate? Well, the new A5's boot can carry 445 litres of luggage with the back seats up. Wait a minute, that's actually 15 litres less than you could squeeze in the old A4 Saloon, and it's 20 litres less than you got in the old A5 Sportback. What the heck is going on here? This car is almost 7 centimetres longer than the old A4, so how have they made it less practical? One reason is because the new hybrid battery takes up space under the boot floor. Ah, there you go. And it's the same story with the new A5 Avant Estate. That car has 476 litres of space in its boot, which is 19 litres less than you got in the old A4 Avant. Of course, you can fold the seats down if you need to carry bigger stuff, in which case the so-called A5 Saloon, now I'm going to call it the A5 Hatchback, can carry 1,299 litres of luggage, which is 334 litres more than the old A4 Saloon. See, there is a benefit to having that hatchback rear end over a normal booted saloon. But don't get too excited because the new A5 Estate is still less spacious than the old A4 Estate. It can only carry 1,424 litres of stuff compared to the old car's 1,495 litres. Once again, you can blame them old hybrid tech for that. Looks like progress. This is always progress. So, when's this new A5 going on sale? You're going to be able to order it from August and then delivery should start from around November. The car will start from £42,000. That'll get you an entry-level saloon, or should that be hatchback. Whereas if you want an estate, it's going to cost you about £2,000 more. The S version will go on sale from about £68,000, but that will be an edition one, so it's got all the kit on it. There will be less expensive versions of the S5 a little later on. I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you did, give it a like. If you want to watch some other videos, click on the video windows, and if you want to sell your car the easy way and have dealers all across the country bid on it, then just click on the CarWow logo. Thanks for watching.